Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on a web cache poisoning lab in PortSwigger's Web Security Academy. It is cache key injection. Expert, this lab contains including cache key injection. A user regularly visits the site's homepage using Chrome. Interesting. So we may have to use Chrome. There's a reason they're calling it out, and I don't know what yet. Solve lab, combine the vulnerabilities to execute alert 1, victim's browser. We need to use pragma execute cache key. So we need to use that to find out what keys are used in the cache. There's a hint. Let's go ahead and check this out. You're still having trust. Ooh, that's ominous. It's not really a hint, just advice. All right. Well, let's get started. So I'm going to do the same kind of procedure that I did yesterday, and that's bring up the site, do a couple of scans. One, the active scan, and two, gosh dang it, I can't remember the damn param miner. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Oh, and the home page takes us to a login. Interesting. And we have lang equals en. Just to see what happens. Nothing. Oh, interesting. We can control a cookie value. It looks like. Yeah. So we may have. Then we have a normal session key. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to go target. I'm going to do active scan and engagement tools or extensions, param miner, guess params, guess everything. Okay. All right. Yeah, so while this stuff does its thing, what the heck? There we go. And we already got at least something. Cross sites. Oh. Sweet. Oh, so we've got a XSS in the URL. We need to figure out how to cache this. So if you remember, we did some UTM content equals what I want to see. Lang equals blah. Proxy HTTP history. Lang cores equals 0. Where's the one I just did? Oh, right there. No cache. on that. We should probably look at some of these scripts. Core 0. See what that does. This is weird. All right. Let's look at some of these. Lab header now. The localized JS. That's definitely weird. Cache hit. Cores. Send to. Let's play around with this for a second. All right. So let's try Trevor. Lang equals document talk cookie equals. So we can control the cookie. And then if we send it again, we'll get a hit. Is that miss? Interesting. What does cores do? Get a miss. Hit. I don't know what cores does. What else? Web cache poisoning. Set cookie quest. So, the UTM content, so I was right there. And it's not part of the cache key. And that reminds me, we got in the instructions that hint about using pragma xget cache key. So this was to not the, let's try sending a request proxy repeater to proxy login. I got a redirect here. I don't know if we need to try our like this. Send to this does not have a cache. Okay. This does. So I'm going to say that this is going to be our target. We already have this, but I'm going to send it to repeater again. And here, I'm going to put pragma x cache key. Is that what it was? X get cache key. Get cache key. See what it says. Oh, interesting. Cores. So these are all keyed. JS header, that's not going to be it. Sorry, this is kind of boring. I don't know exactly where to go yet. Parameter cloaking. What's this? Excludes certain. Man, there's lots of pieces. Okay, content, UTM content. This set, that cookie. That's interesting. And it is still there. Secret, uncached. Man, there's so many things. So this UTM content does run set cookie. So this is KE1. Same right here. So the URL, the canonical, this is where we're going to get our cross-site scripting, right? We're going to put our payload here. Now we need the user to do a request. We need that cached. And we can get it cached by, because this will set the cache by doing something like this, right? All right. But that seems too easy. So what I'm saying is we do proxy, let's go to repeater. There's got to be something with this too, right? What on the page looks at targets? Let's go here, here, and view page source. So we've got lab header. That's not it. Not solved. Script source. Localized JS. All this does let's see. Let's go copy link. All this JS file does is return set the document cookie to what's in. Is it just lang or is it anything? Blah, blah. Lang equals blah. And pause. All right, so langs. Let's try that. Okay. So this looks for lang and then adds it. And if we do question mark can go there. ATM content. That'll set everything. Document.cookie. So what can we do with that? Localize.js. All right. Let's see. Is this done? We got so much. I think it may be done. No. All right. I'm going to give this a few minutes and hopefully I'll be able to figure out what's going on once this stuff finishes. There's just so many things. I don't know where to start yet. Okay. See you in a minute. This only has a minute left. We still have Pram Miner going, but I think I've got a plan of action. Let's start with getting reliable cross-site scripting going. And we know we're going to do that with in the URL because this gets reflected here. So we're going to do something like this. Let's send this to repeater. All right, so if we send this and let's actually request in, this is not cached. We need it cached. So why it wasn't this? Oh, because get login. Oh. Localize is where we want them to, is a cache, but get the login page is not. Cached. Dang it. Yeah, not cached. Not cached. Not cached. Not cached. This one is, but that's, oh, this is the home page. Okay. So can we get them to request this? We know that we have targets, parameter pollution, but that's on login. So it's got to be lang parameters. So what if we could you know, I don't know. 15 consecutive. Why is this failing so much? Extension completed. So param miner has completed. This is still going and has lots of errors. We got cross-site scripting right here, but this is not cached. Query blacklist. The home page but we can't get login where our XSS is. Poisoning. What's this one? Login. UTM content. Oh, look, this redirects. Login lang. UTM content. Login lang. Why was this one? Oh, because without the slash. Interesting. So, let's send to repeater. Location adds a slash and does the. Okay. So if we go combine this one with one of these, the lang. Like this. Peter, lang, this, send, invalid parameter. Ah, damn it. What the? What if I just supply some random one? Like that. .302 found. Let's follow redirect. Onload. We've got. So let's request in browser. And remember, I'm using Firefox, so if it doesn't work, that's not necessarily spec console. Let's whoops. Copy for P Chrome. Nope, that didn't work either. Spect. Was it in the? It was in the head. So why didn't that execute? Elements. This has got to be why it's Chrome, because the XSS is in this head. href link. So what if we modified this so that we have after %27, we do a boom and then boom script alert one script take out that, and we need to URL encode this percent, damn it, decoder encode as URL %2f. I should have known that. I don't know why. %2f Hey, there we go. Okay, so this works. Let's go back to Firefox. Let's paste that just so we can get it into Burp. Oh, and it works here too. That's sweet. Okay. Proxy, HTTP history. What? That one. Send to repeater. We've got no cache on this though, but that's okay, right? So we want them to request this. I'm confusing myself. All right. I'm going to take a little break while I try to figure this out, and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so I think I have this figured out now. I had to look at the solution, but I'll walk you through what I have. So this is where we're going to get that cross-site scripting exploit. And this is on the localized.js. So how do I explain this? But basically, we've got this origin where we can insert content into the header. And that's a vulnerability with this request. So what we're inserting into the header is the origin, just anything here, and then carriage return line feed, content length, so another header, content length, space, number 8, just because this is 8 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we've got carriage return line feed, carriage return line feed, and then the content that we want to inject. So it basically is looking like this. When this gets processed, we're inserting content length. Well, first, I guess we have we're inserting content length because that's what's happening right here when we do the origin, because this parameter or this header is vulnerable to injection. So we're injecting the content length and we're setting that to 8. Then we're entering 2 carriage return line feeds. So that ends up with a blank line and then alert, right? So when the web server comes by and views this, it sees the blank line and understands that this is the last of the headers and that the rest follows the body of the response. It sees that 8 in the content length, so it grabs 8 characters and sends that in the response. And that's why that's why you see, so I'm going to discard this. In the response, we have alert. And I can send this and poison. You can see age 0, cache miss, and we've got alert, right? The problem is, let me do it again so we get the hit, and alert. Problem is that this, and I've got pragma x cache key, xget cache key, so we can see what the cache is keying on, and we see it right here. So the only way we're going to be able to get cross-site scripting is if we can get the client or the victim to send a request that looks like this, right? All right, so how do we do that? And that's where we take advantage of the login redirect vulnerabilities that we saw in sitemap in here. The login, not the reflected, but the right there. Okay, so how we're going to do that is we're going to send a request to the login page with English, with the language English, right? And then we're going to use the parameter pollution or the, yeah, of this, not parameter pollution. It is parameter pollution with the extra question mark and the UTM content, which will be ignored by the cache key. And then, basically this exact thing right here. So if we look at, never mind. So from here on, lang en cores 1. So UTM content. So we've got the cores 1. And you can see how it works out here. UTM content equals 1. Dang, I don't have UTM content equals 1 here. I don't know if this is going to work. Location. Oh, yeah, it will. Because actually, and cores equals 1 right here. UTM content and cores equals 1. And x equals 1. We don't need that. X equals 1. We've got a miss. So, all right. So we just poisoned it. Okay. So going back, let me circle again. We've got this one. This will do our alert. But we need to get the client to request this URL, right? Or at least a request that when evaluated ends up with this cache key. I think that's a better way to say it. We're looking for a request that ends up with this in its as a cache key. So we send this request and cache it. And that's a get to login lang equals UN. And then we add in the UTM content to have the rest of it ignored. So you can see right here with the cache key, it's all ignored except for this first part, which this is what the client's going to actually request. And then we're going to cache the response to this request so that they get that, right? Hope that makes sense. So then we've got the exact layout. The only thing kind of tricky here is you have to URL encode the percent sign. So it's %25, which when decoded is a percent sign. And then you have the 0D, 0A for carriage return line feed. And I think that is it. We may need to do that one also. And then once you send this and poison that response and it gets cached, when the victim requests login lang en, they get your poisoned response, which then makes them send this request, which gets the alert 1 for the JavaScript, localized JS. Very tricky. All right. So let's get this coded up. Spent a lot of time on this one. There we go. I don't know if my script is going to work on this. Python utils create script. I don't know if it's going to work. Yep. This is an issue with the format only. So let's add quotes and send it. Looks like it worked. Cache got the title. Created a site type is unknown. Ooh. Oh, crap. Let me just delete all of this. Huh. So I don't know what happened, but let's go cache key injection. Oh, right here. Okay, at least it works. We don't know the site type for this, and that's why we're getting... Let's just choose one because it won't matter, and we'll choose shop. And we need to import that. And we'll do pass here. We don't need pass there. That was dumb. Okay. But everything works. Now, we need to create 2 requests. Number 1 being this one. And make sure we get alert back and either alert back or xcache miss. And that way we know that we've successfully poisoned it. So we need to, and this is poisoning localized, yes. So def poison localize yes. Shop. All right. We need to do a get response and with the header. I think we can do get response. So shop.get response. The URL will be, whoops, this. URL equals shop.base URL plus this, but without the first /. And then we need headers equals a dictionary or origin and this. Headers, get response URL, I think equals headers. Let's do response equals, let's log.debug response.headers and log.debug response.text. Let's do that, and then we'll call poison localized JS with shop. And we're going to do this with debug. Okay, we got the alert 1. So here's where we're going to do if alert 1 in response.text log.info localize.js it is poisoned. Okay, and then we can return. Let's do a check, like if the age, so if the age, max age, if the age, yeah, okay. So if let's check if it's poison. So if response dot headers of x cache equals miss log.info localize.js is poisoned. Okay. If we get a hit and this, so if response dot headers x cache equals hit, okay, so is poisoned. Let's figure out how long it'll be poisoned. So max age equals 35. We may want to make that max age equals 35, like that. And then we can do poison time equals max age minus int of response dot headers age, and it is capitalized, poison time, and then if let's log this. So log.info, it will be poisoned for the next poison time seconds. And then if poison time is less than, let's say, 5 seconds, we're going to poison local.js again. Shop. We're going to, 5 seconds. We'll say that's not going to give us enough time. Let's go ahead and just do it again. If this doesn't work, so if it's poisoned, so if it's a miss, it's poisoned. Here we can return here we want to do it again, and then if it's not poisoned, so if we get a hit but alert isn't in the response, else we just want to run this again, right? Poison local.js shop, but we probably want to wait time.sleep, whatever, however many seconds. So let's see, cache seconds equals response dot headers of age. We want max age minus int of this time.sleep cache seconds. So here we want log.info cache is not poisoned. Sleeping for cache seconds, then trying again. All right. Import time. And then we try it again. This we don't need anymore. This should work fine. Localized JS is poisoned. Let's check Xcache miss. Perfect. Okay. Now we need def poison the Peter. The login redirect. Poison login redirect. Shop. And we're going to do the same. We're going to do basically the same thing. The only thing different is we don't need a header this time. Crap. I don't want to. I'm just going to do a bad practice and duplicate a lot of this code. I don't want to generalize it and because I don't think that's worth it for this one-off script. Whoops. DT, boom. Let's get the URL that we need. So we need login. We need all of this. Okay. Yeah, I know it's long. Plus, what if we did, okay, broke this up like we normally do. Here, here, and then picked a spot. How about right here? Okay, that's fine. Response equals get response. Yep. If we're going to change the message. Oh, we want allow redirects false. Allow redirects equals false. And then we're going to check if Xcache equals miss. Get login. Login is poisoned. If the response is hit. If hit. If, let's put if alert 1 in response dot location. I think that should work, right? Because here's the alert 1 and it's in the location header. Let's try it. Actually, headers are L like that. And this is login. Poison time. Boom. Poison login. Login redirect. Poison it again if we have less than 5 seconds. Or no, we can, I don't know if that's smart. We're not going to do that. Do we want to sleep? If we don't get it, all right. I can't imagine. No. Okay. So we're going to poison localize and then poison login redirect shop, and we're going to do that until we get it solved. So while true, do this, and then we'll do if shop dot is solved break. All right, well, let's give that a shot. See what kind of mistakes we made. Oh, I can already see one. This needs an F. This needs an F. I'm going to just delete that one altogether. Actually, this needs an F. Okay. Localizes poisoned. Nothing looks too bad from here. Let's kill this right here. Okay. Let's make sure it's not actually solved, but still alive. And we don't get... Let's go to proxy. Let's see what we were doing. Okay, so... Oh, let's go back to the script. So we got 7 cache. Get login. These were checking if it was solved. So here's the localized cores equals 1 origin. Okay, that looks good. We got a hit. And then here's the login. So get this is not right. Proxy repeater. We need all of this stuff. So what was different? Let's send this to compare, and proxy send this to compare, just so we have it side by side. We'll do words. Okay. Wait, what the? Did I do something wrong? Proxy. This one. Well, we can just copy this, I guess. Kate. Paste that and repeater. I want to copy this. Paste. Let's take off the get. Okay, log, UTM content, cores, origin, blah, content length. That looks right. Oh, because this was a hit. That was a hit. I wonder if it's... Damn it. It's got to be because of our checking if we're solved. Yeah. Because this is establishing the effing cache every time. So, should we just wait 20 seconds, check if it's solved? Or check if it's solved, sleep 20 seconds, and then loop? Yeah. So, time dot, no. We want right here, time dot sleep for 30 seconds, let's say. Let's do 35. Actually, since we have that max, let's just do that. So that means it's going to attempt, and then it'll check if it's solved. Wait 30 seconds, attempt to, so that when we, so that our is solved isn't right after or right before our cache poisoning attempts. Okay. It's kind of janky, but it should work. Now we've got the 25 seconds, so let's close this, discard. So this was the first one, cool. Second one, we got a hit. That sucks. But that's okay, because we're gonna poison it real soon. As long as our script is still running, it is. Dang it, age. This keeps getting hit. And it wasn't from us. Because this one was 8:15:27, and this was so good, 30 seconds after, and it was already hit by one. Age hit. Damn it! We need to do this pretty constantly. So let's do login redirect time.sleep 5. All right. Again, I'm just jankifying this whole script. Let's check. All right. But you can see we're doing that. We're poisoning the login redirect every 5 seconds for 3 times. And then we're checking if it's solved. I lowered the time sleep also. So this at least should Xcache hit. Oh. Hey, there we go. Now it's poisoned. Come on, show me we solved it. Oh, I wonder if we're poisoning our get home page. I wonder if our solve script is even going to be able to tell if we solved it. Well, we haven't solved it yet. I don't think our solve script is going to be able to tell, which is interesting. Ah, suck. Hit. And it was a low time hit. All right. Damn it. This one we can poison every time. It's the other one that we gotta hit. So we need to check here. Yeah. All right. So if hit, but why isn't this? Oh, it's else time dot sleep. If it's a hit, then we want to this poison time and then call it again poison login redirect. Or we can call in poison localize JS and then it. Yeah. And then, okay. Let's try those changes. Ah, it's poisoned. So did we solve it? I don't know if our solve script is going to work. We didn't solve it yet. But this is working much better. It's always poisoned now. Oh, what was it? Oh, that was a hit. So we don't know. I don't see anywhere. Oh, login is poisoned. So we do have that sometimes. So that was a hit, but not poisoned. So we made sure that was. And then we got the X cash hit of 0. Damn. But that's not typical, right? We want login lang. This is a weird response. This is what we want. Not this. Not like this. It says not solved still. If the response size is 343, why is that? Oh, because that's login slash. This is what we want. What were these? These are checking if it's solved, which it's not. This looks good though. Age 34. Dang. Miss. Perfect. Damn it. Oh, I need to. Shit. Allow redirects equals false. Something like that. Oh, man, this is a long one, isn't it? But I've got the basics down. Localize looks good. Login looks good. Checking if it's solved, which it's not. That looks good. Why is this one? What's this request? Oh, that's the checking if it's solved again. All right, well, I guess I'll just pause this. I think it's all working. We just haven't lined up yet with the victim. Login. Okay, so we poison this one. Boom. We got a hit here, so we've got to... So if we get a hit, we need right here, log.info, not poisoned, is cached, sleeping for poison time seconds. Just so I know that that's going on. Oh, I need... Shoot. F. Not there. F. Not. Okay. Not poisoned is cash, sleeping for 30 seconds. Okay. And then we're going to redo the localize. And then so I don't know what to do. It looks, just let this run, I guess, is the best answer here. So localized post. Login is poisoned. Checking if solved. That's what these were. Okay, now we're repoisoning the localize. Good. Poisoning this one. Perfect. Checking if it's solved. Which of course it's not, because it's never solved. But it should be. All right, I'm going to let this run for a little while, and then I'll come back. All right, so I found a problem. I took this request and so localize is not getting lang em document cookie. Why not? So let me just copy this to, let me stop the script because that's never going to solve it. Go here and see what the issue is here. Send to repeater. Okay. This one's got an issue. What is the issue? It's the percent. Oh, flip. That's what it is, right? Localized JS. Yeah, percent 25s. Let me copy. Oh, flip. Slash. Proxy. Okay, so we want this one. Ah, flip, it was. So I think. No, that looks right. Ah. Vice. Okay, just to review, this one gets our, so we need this sent to us. Cache key is this. What in the world? Follow redirect. Then this means that our localizer, or localize, looks like this. So let's compare this. Kate, what we want with what we have. Ooh. So right here, UTM content is gone from this one. It's not here. Wait, no, that one has it. This one does not. Cores. Why doesn't this one? And we have all the amps. Man, there's so much wrong here. All right, I'm going to take a longer break. I'm going to come back when I have this solved, and I'll tell you what I did. All right. Okay, well, I got it solved. I made a lot of changes, so I'm not exactly sure what it was. I think this x equals 1 is important. For some reason, it's that second ampersand. I don't know. I'll have to wait. If I can spend some time on it, I'll try to figure out what's going on and I'll add to this video. All right. What a waste of a video.